It is Wednesday, October 29th.
We went out of our way to try and address their needs in learning and ended up with us losing our rights.
Teachers will be forced back to classrooms today, though some students are planning to walk out in support, and other unions say they are planning action.
Put separatism to bed once and for all.
Hundreds of thousands of Albertans put their name to a petition to push to end separatism talk, well above the threshold for a referendum decision.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field, headed back there. It is gone.
The Blue Jays come back again, making sure the World Series returns to Toronto, and they could take a lead in LA tonight. Your morning starts right now. Welcome to your Wednesday morning. Glad to have you here as we start things off. Big day in the city and the province. As discussed, teachers going back to class today. We'll have much more on that coming up. Corey is out and about, so he'll be delivering your back to school forecast in just a moment. But Kim, what else are we talking about today?
Oh, we love playing games on Wednesday. It's a very unique edition of Kent Celebrity Real Estate. And we're guessing the actress who's owned it for nearly 2 decades. Play along with us in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Kent, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kim. So after weeks away, 3 of them to be exact, Alberta teachers will be back in school today. The strike over, the province ordering teachers back to work. So teachers like Stephanie and Jeremy LaRose say they are not happy about Bill 2 ending their strike, but they say they are excited to see students. Some teachers say the demands have not been met, including a way to address class sizes. These two say they are likely to feel conflicted today.
In the welcoming environment that we always do for our students.
I'm a social studies teacher. I'm supposed to go back and talk to my students about freedom and rights and all of this when mine have been trampled on as a teacher. That's going to be kind of tough.
The Alberta Teachers Association says the goal is to make up for lost time in the classroom, adding that it is up to individual school boards whether PD days will be reduced or November and December breaks shortened. Now, the Alberta Teachers Association says it plans to fight Bill 2. The Back to School Act overrides teachers' constitutional right to strike and imposes an agreement on the union through 2028. It cites a section of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms called the Notwithstanding Clause, which prevents legal challenges to the bill and limits strike or lockout rights. The government does not appear to be backing down, so the teachers' union is bracing for a battle. Lawyers are still analyzing what is possible given the limitations.
We will leave no stone unturned to try to get government to reverse this decision that they made to invoke the Notwithstanding Clause.
The Canadian Civil Liberties Association calls Bill 2 government overreach that inappropriately uses the Notwithstanding Clause. Many other provincial unions are planning what they call unprecedented action to support teachers. We'll have more on this and reaction from students coming up throughout the rest of the morning. Now, the Forever Canadian petition asking if Alberta should remain part of Canada has overwhelmingly surpassed the 300,000 signatures required.
In a short period of time, 365,000 Albertans have decided that our future, Alberta's future, lies in Canada.
That's about 164,000 more than needed to initiate a possible referendum. Thomas Lukazik and thousands of volunteers started collecting signatures in August, delivering boxes yesterday containing the petitions to Elections Alberta for verification.
We're proud Albertans, and you know there's a faction of the society out there that wants to take that away from us. They want us to leave Canada, and that's not going to happen.
We're asking the Premier to do the right thing and ask Alberta MLAs to vote on this issue and put separatism to bed once and for all.
CTV News reached out to the Premier's office for comment. Alberta's Justice Minister replied, congratulating the group for collecting so many signatures, adding once the petition is verified, then it will be decided how to proceed under the legislation. Elections Canada has until December 27th to complete verification, with results to be released on January 6th. A community is coming together to help a family forced out of their home after a fire caused by fireworks. The family's garage and car burning up. A neighboring house was also damaged. Edmonton Fire Rescue Services estimating the fire cost about $175,000 in damage. The homeowner started a GoFundMe page while waiting for money from insurance.
You know, donations range from like $10 and to $100, and you know, and one gentleman, I'm going to try to locate him. He donated $500 to my family. You know, I don't know what to say to that. I just kept her thank you from the bottom of our hearts. That's all I can say.
The homeowner and his family were told it could be 6 months before they are allowed to move back into their home. A monster performance for the Oilers last night against one of the league's best teams so far this season. The Utah Mammoth arriving with a 7-game winning streak.
David, who then regains, heads for the net, dishes, gets it back, and scores! What a give and go!
Connor McDavid had 2 goals, including this connection with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The Oilers overcoming an ugly start. They were down 2-0 early in this one. Leon Draisaitl, Matthias Ekholm, Ike Howard, and Ty Emerson all scoring for the Oilers. Looking good in those new 3rd jerseys for the first time. Their 2-game losing skid is now over. The New York Rangers are in town tomorrow. All right, let's head outside and bring in Corey for a look at the weather forecast. How's it going out there, Corey?
Not too bad. It's a little bit chilly to start off on this Wednesday morning, but you know, it could always be a little bit colder. Let's take a look at our almanac for today. Temperature-wise, we are looking for a high of 10. Average seasonal high is 5. Our low about 2 degrees. Average seasonal low is -3. Right now, we are sitting at 3 degrees. It's fairly cloudy. Wind is light. We could see a little bit of a breeze as we go throughout the day today. At the airport, temperature there 1 degree, so a little bit cooler, but still just above the freezing mark. A bit more of a breeze at the airport. For today, we will see the clouds slowly break and clear into the afternoon, mainly sunny sky. 10, possibly 11 for a high for today, so nice and warm, again with a little bit of a breeze. Here is your 3-day forecast. Tomorrow, breezy morning, and then the wind settles down. 9 for a high tomorrow, and lots of sun as we go throughout Thursday. And then Friday, Halloween, a high of 11, mainly sunny skies. So the conditions for Halloween are looking pretty good. We'll take a look at the rest of your 5- and 10-day forecast coming up a little bit later on. Experience the story of Michael Jackson's unique and unparalleled artistry with MJ, the multi-Tony Award-winning musical presented by Broadway across Canada. It's coming to the Northern Jubilee Auditorium from November 11th to 16th, and we're giving you the chance to win tickets. Enter at ctvedmonton.ca.
All right, thank you very much, Corey. A family in Northeast Edmonton is taking Halloween to the next level.
The wind howled and the bats swore.
A haunted castle stands on the front lawn of Dave and Tammy Owanik's home in the Beacon Heights neighborhood. It took the couple 7 weeks to build and decorate the spooky display. The castle is more than 6 meters long and 3 meters high.
It's gotten bigger every year. I'm not sure how we're going to top this one because it's pretty much the whole front yard.
The way their eyes light up and, you know, it's like in awe and amazement. And the kids are like laughing and enjoying themselves and having fun. That's Halloween.
The couple is asking trick-or-treaters for food bank donations to enter the castle. And we have a spooky run here on Your Morning ahead of Halloween. Thanks to everyone who submitted to the contest, including Dave and Tammy. We dropped off signs to the finalists last week. Take a look.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. Wow. This guy's got spooky spirit, guys, huh?
Oh, holy moly. Look at this thing. Going in.
finalists.
Yes, definitely a spooky place for sure. This is awesome.
We lost Kim.
We lost Kim.
We don't know where Kim is. On to the next.
Sit. Good boy.
Oh,
Here's
nice
a treat. Or a trick.
Tricked you. I just didn't know people were building fortresses, you know? Jeez. Stomp it.
Right in there.
Yep. Oh. Good job, everybody. Good job.
Nice.
I wasn't terrified. Do you think they're home and they're like, who's setting off our stuff?
And Kent, as you know, I'll be live on location tomorrow from the winner's house and presenting them with a $500 gift card to Big Box Outlet Store. It was spooky. We saw those structures in the daytime.
Yeah,
so
I know,
at night when they turn on the lights and the shadows hit you, I don't know. I have a heart attack.
They were talking to us about custom light work that they were doing in there.
Yeah.
And 3D printing some of the skulls.
I know.
My,
it's
oh my.
like HBO level production, and I can't wait to show you tomorrow. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, very fun stuff. Very fun. Ooh, we are in the spirit this week. Thank you, Kim. Let's take a look at a few things that might spook you on your drive. 159th Street, 99th Avenue to 98th Avenue, closed for drainage repairs. Use 160th Street as your detour until the 3rd. 162nd Street, 97th Ave to 96, closed for drainage work. Use 163rd Street as your detour until the 4th of November. And 79th Avenue, 109th Street to 110, various lane closures for drainage installation work. That's happening until Friday. Well, coming up, we have the latest from Jamaica in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa as the storm makes landfall in Cuba and turns toward the Bahamas. Plus, Canada Post has laid off dozens of workers, and those Toronto Blue Jays could take a lead in the World Series tonight after guaranteeing a return to Toronto.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The Hurricane Melissa made landfall in southeast Cuba this morning. The storm arriving as a dangerous Category 3 hurricane, packing winds of about 195 kilometers an hour. Officials in Cuba say more than 700,000 people have been moved out of their homes and into shelters. Severe flooding has been reported. Right now, the storm is tracking toward the Bahamas. The hurricane hit Jamaica yesterday as a Category 5 storm. That's the strongest to hit the island in modern history. The country's prime minister says it will take time to figure out the extent of the damage. He also says there have been no confirmed deaths linked to the storm, but does expect there will be loss of life. At least 3 people died in Jamaica during preparations for Melissa. Now, members of Edmonton's Jamaican community are trying to stay positive. Right now, it's a struggle to find updates on family members back home. One person says it's hard not to know what the full impact of the storm is.
We keep listening to the news, every update, but it's gonna be really bad. I remember 1988 Gilbert, I was 10 years old then, and it was bad. And this one is like Category 5. Gilbert was Category 3, this one is 5, so it's gonna be way worse.
Jamaica's prime minister declared his entire country a disaster area, but says it's still too dangerous to send search and rescue crews. Global Affairs Canada has issued travel warnings for the Caribbean island, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and parts of Cuba and Haiti. Well, dozens of managers have been laid off at Canada Post. The Crown Corporation says this is part of a major restructuring effort to meet the shifting demand of the Postal Service. Government Transportation Minister recently revealed changes sparking an ongoing nationwide strike by workers. Canada Post is set to head back to the bargaining table with the union this week. And the World Series will come back to Toronto. The Blue Jays have a chance to take a 3-2 series lead and make Game 6 a big one in Toronto if they win tonight.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone.
The Blue Jays got to Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers in the top of the third last night when Vladimir Guerrero Jr. launched this 2-run home run. Vladdy now holds the record for most Jays postseason home runs. Ohtani was also held hitless at the plate. Shane Bieber earning the win on the mound for the Jays, allowing just 1 run through 5 1/3 innings. Mason Fluharty, Chris Bassett, and Louis Varland strong in relief. Blue Jays blew things open in the 7th inning. 6-2 was the final.
It's my first time ever watching the Jays play, and they won.
That's amazing.
Let's go Blue Jays.
Just really exciting, really good after being here for 18 innings last night.
Come on.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
You can see a strong Blue Jays contingent of fans in Los Angeles. So last night's win guarantees this series will be back in Toronto for Game 6 on Friday. Before that, though, Game 5 tonight, rookie phenom Trey Savage returning to the mound. If the Jays win tonight, they can clinch a World Series victory at home on Friday.
All right, let's take a look at Edmonton's gas prices before we head into commercial break here. Average cost went down by a penny overnight, now just above $1.20 per liter. Now the lowest gas price, a couple of places here. Kit Convenience, this is on Princess Elizabeth Avenue, reporting close to $1.07 per liter. If you can't make it there, there's also a 204 Fuels on Castle Downs Road and 108th Ave.
Gas prices brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
You're taking a live look through the River Valley sky camera. Pretty quiet start to the day today. The camera not shaking around. The wind not too bad to start off, a bit on the lighter side, but it will be a little bit breezy as we go throughout the day once again. Temperature here in the city, we're sitting at 3 degrees. We've got 3 out in Jasper, 3 in Red Deer. I don't know if you remember at this time of morning. Yesterday, Red Deer was at -10, so quite a bit warmer to start off this morning. And here is your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Stronger schools equals stronger Alberta. 2 for the kids heading out, fairly cloudy. 6 at lunch, and we'll see the clouds start to break. 10, possibly 11 degrees when they head home, and mainly sunny sky. As we take a look right now at current conditions to the north of us towards Westlock and then to the northwest, Whitecourt, looks like we're seeing some showers, possibly some wet flurries, and then snow once again approaching Fort McMurray. We're seeing that up towards Peace River as well. Most of that did evade us here in the Edmonton area, or we evaded it as we take a look to the east. Vegreville seeing some flurries and some wet flurries as well. Cloud here for us in Edmonton. As we take a look at the satellite radar, most of that precipitation will move off. A slight chance this morning we could see a sprinkle or two. And then, as I said, once we get into the afternoon, that's where we start to see a little bit more sun, and then fairly cloudy as we go throughout the evening. Temperature for today, 10 degrees, possibly 11, and a little bit of a breeze.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. And we're taking a trip to Carolina. It is the Golden Knights and Hurricanes. Late in the second period here. Vegas in the power play. Mitch Marner skates towards the net. His pass in front's blocked. Marner looks to pop the rebound. And Freddie Anderson robs him with his stick. Real nice save by the Canes netminder. Reaches way back and takes the goal away from his former Leafs teammate. That right there, your must-see moment. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, you can see Tangerine Raptors basketball. The Rockets are visiting the Raptors. Previewing coverage beginning 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
TSN Must-See Moment, brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
All right, we've got a unique edition of celebrity real estate for you, not just because we're on this spooky set.
Yes, that's right. Welcome to the new Halloween set. Yeah.
Fun. Oh, it's a big week around here. This one is unique, not because it's haunted or anything like that, but this home was once owned by this famous actress for nearly 2 decades. She sold it. It's been renovated back on the market. So we're going to guess who used to own this
Okay,
place.
so she no longer lives there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm only showing it because it's very rare. This is Manhattan's Greenwich Village. This was built in 1841.
Wow.
3 stories, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. You don't see these places very often.
Yeah, look at that crawling ivy on the building.
Oh, yeah.
It's so charming.
Check this out. This is full of art, very stylish choices, a mix of modern, some vintage, dating back to the original structure. Get this parlor extension that you're looking at right here was designed by the architect behind the pyramids at the Louvre.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's amazing.
I know. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Now here is the diner, the dining room, I should say.
Okay.
This goes out to one of the outdoor spaces. I meant to say the diner,
Yes, yeah.
everybody.
Clearly.
All right. But it's unique. Like that lamp was a cactus.
Yeah.
I think this room is drop dead gorgeous. Look at the marble work on that fireplace. That is cool.
And I love the wood, the dark paneled built-ins with the shelves.
I know.
With the contrast of the fire. I mean, the Louvre.
know.
It's the Louvre, yeah.
I know. The kitchen is much more modern now. Leads to the media room.
Love.
As well as outside.
Love, love,
I thought you would. I thought you would.
Love
The previous owner of this place was born in New York. No stranger to Broadway. There was a Tony Award in this house at some point. Some point.
I thought I knew who it was, and now you're throwing me off, Mr. Forrest.
This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. Here's one of the terraces, a place to overlook your animal kingdom.
Okay. I think I know who it is.
Do you?
I do, but the last couple of clues kind of threw me off, man.
I did not know this actress.
Okay, then I definitely don't know who it is.
Okay. But they've been around for a long time.
Okay.
Broadway and TV. The hints are in there. But how much do you think this costs?
Greenwich Village. That's very sought after.
Rare.
So I'm gonna go for $6.5 million.
Okay. That's the guess. It is $23 million
Holy smokes.
for this townhouse in Greenwich Village. It is a wild place, a very cool place.
And I wonder if that has anything to do with the designer that was part of the Louvre, and like they take that into account.
For sure. And its age, 1840, Greenwich Village, brownstone. There's a lot going on there. The clues are in there. The answer is tough. So do your best work on the text line at 10400. We will find out who it is coming up a little bit later. It's time for a break. We'll be right back.
Programming brought to you by Superheroes and Blockbusters with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
Good morning. It is 6:30 here on Wednesday. Hopefully you're off to a great start to your day. Always have faith in the text line. They just keep rolling it in. I didn't think this was an easy one, but for some people it was. They are on it, Kim, on the text line in Celebrity Real Estate. Corey's got the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. What else is going on?
Yeah, we're down to the final 4 in our candy bracket. So today we're going to settle the chocolate side. It is between Kit Kat and Smarties. Ooh, have your say on the text line in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Kent, back to you.
Thank you, Kim. Hundreds of thousands of Alberta students and teachers will be back at school this morning. The UCP forcing an end to the teachers' strike after 3.5 weeks. CTV's Nicole Lampa is outside of West End Elementary School for us this morning, where it's going to be busy later today for back to school. Nicole, how are teachers feeling about heading back?
Kent, every single teacher that we've spoken to, they are upset about having to go back to work under these circumstances. However, they are excited to see their students.
We went out of our way to try and address their needs in learning and ended up with us losing our rights.
Disheartened,
Broken,
defeated, sad,
exhausted,
angry, kind of a big mix of emotions.
The pair of teachers say they will be happy to see their students this morning, but are upset they've been force-fed a contract they've previously rejected and that class sizes have not been addressed. The head of the Teachers Association says a big upset is that teachers are no longer allowed to take any type of job action under the province's back-to-school order. Otherwise, they each face a fine of $500 a day.
This government has done more than silence teachers and school leaders. It has silenced democracy itself.
Now, Alberta's unions agree. The Alberta Federation of Labour says that the province has launched a war with workers after invoking the notwithstanding clauses and pushing through Bill 2. The AFL says that all the unions have come together and will be unveiling some sort of unprecedented mobilization action, and that will be announced at 1:30. In the meantime, for teachers, they are warning that extracurricular activities will likely be diminishing in the weeks and years ahead. We'll have more on this part of the story in half an hour. Kent.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. Now, the education minister appeared on CTV's Power Play last night and was asked why any teacher would want to work in Alberta after they were ordered back.
Who do you think would want to come work for your government? What teacher or EA, after what's unfolded in the last 24 hours, do you think would want to work for an employer that actively works to suppress their rights?
After our teachers receive the 17% increase that has been provided to them as part of the settlement, they will be the highest paid, have the highest take-home pay in Western Canada. So we are not just competitive, but leading the pack in so many regard and so many respects. And I think that's something that's quite enticing to many professionals.
Well, classrooms may not be full this week. Students across Alberta have organized a large-scale walkout tomorrow to protest the ending of the strike. The movement started with just a few schools and now has ballooned to more than 30. This includes schools from Edmonton, Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan, and Calgary, among others. Organizers say they are standing in solidarity with their teachers.
We are the future doctors, future lawyers, future politicians of the world, and if we don't have a stable and healthy learning environment, then we will not be successful.
The walkouts range in scale by location. Some are scheduled for a couple of hours, others through the majority of the school day. Some students will hold a sit-in option where they will stay in class but refuse to do any work. Alberta's new license plate slogan could face trademark trouble. Earlier this month, the province revealed it wants to replace the phrase Wild Rose Country with Strong and Free on the new plates. A New Brunswick woman has owned the trademark for the term for nearly 20 years. Canadian manufacturers pay her a royalty to use it, and the trademark details include license plates of metal. She says people familiar with her brand have been reaching out to tell her about Alberta's plan.
So I think, it's wonderful that, Strong and Free is something that they are going to be putting on their license plate. I talked to my trademark office, and the best case scenario is that we come to an agreement.
We've spoken to our lawyers about it. There's no copyright infringement. Let's be clear. This is the Alberta motto. It's on our crest. Alberta Strong and Free.
Well, the Service Alberta minister insists there is no issue. Some trademark lawyers say this could be argued in court. The woman that owns the trademark says she has contacted the province to discuss it. Edmonton's new city council will be sworn in today. This includes new mayor Andrew Knack and 4 new city councillors, Reed Clark, Tu Parmar, Michael Elliott, and John Morgan. The rest of the councillors have been in their ridings for at least one term. The swearing-in ceremony will be held at 1:30 this afternoon. The second phase of ticket sales for the FIFA World Cup is underway. Another 1 million tickets up for grabs. This draw runs until Friday morning at 9 o'clock our time, including a domestic exclusivity time slot. This gives fans from 3 host countries, Canada, Mexico, and the United States, first dibs on single match tickets and for matches in their own country. All right, let's bring Corey back in for a look at the forecast. And is it a little chilly out there, Corey?
A little bit on the chilly side for sure, Kent. Starting to feel a little bit of a breeze as well, so adding to that chill. Temperature right now out in Stony Plain, 1 degree, 1 at the airport and 1 in Elk Island, 3 at the Blatchford station. We can see at Elk Island winds coming in at 26 kilometers per hour, so a little bit more of a breeze there, but starting to feel it pick up. Temperatures within the city coming in at 2 and 3 degrees. For today, our high 10, possibly 11, so quite nice for today. Average seasonal high is 5. We're starting off fairly cloudy, and that cloud will break slowly, and then as we get into the afternoon, mainly sunny sky. 5-day forecast for tomorrow, 1 to start, 9 for a high. Breezy in the morning, and then the wind settles down. Lots of sun for tomorrow, and back to 11 for Friday. Halloween, it looks nice, starting off at -2, though. A little bit chillier in the morning, but mainly sunny sky. Saturday, Sunday, 10 and 8. Late Saturday, we could see some showers ahead of some cooler air, but still quite nice for Sunday, a high of 8. And don't forget, you set your clocks back an hour. End of daylight savings comes Saturday into Sunday. So that time of year, that change, but the forecast, at least in the 5-day for Halloween, looks nice with a high of 11. Get ready for the PBR 2025 Canada National Finals. Experience a night of heart-pounding action with a star-studded lineup of athletes. We're giving you the chance to see it live, up close and personal. Go to ctvedmonton.ca for your chance to win some tickets.
Thank you, Corey. Let's take a look at your drive this morning. 110 Street, 83rd Ave to 84th Avenue. Northbound closed for telecom maintenance today and tomorrow. So this is off-peak hours from 9 this morning until 3:30 to avoid the rush hours. 101 Street, 107A Avenue to 108 Avenue. Northbound lane closures for a crane lift. That starts today all the way until November 11th. And 34th Avenue at 106th Street, multiple lane closures at the intersection for traffic signal repairs. That will last until the middle of next month. Kim?
All right, thank you very much, Kent. Coming up, we've officially arrived at the final 4 in our extremely high-stakes candy bracket. You decide which chocolatey treat will compete for Halloween supremacy. That's next. Plus, we've been holding a contest since we launched Your Morning, giving away $20,000. And the winner is from our area. We meet him in 10 minutes. Also, the World Series will be decided in our country. Toronto won last night, forcing the finals back to Canada. We go live to LA after 7 o'clock. Stick with us.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta. Programming brought to you by Superheroes and Blockbusters with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
As we approach Halloween, we're now down to the final 4
we're
in
so
our
close.
candy
We're
bracket.
so close.
So we've got 2 chocolate treats and then 2 candy treats or candy adjacent on the other side. So let's see how we got down to here. So yesterday it was chips against rockets, and chips moves on.
Shocker for me. I truly thought, because of the nostalgia factor that Rockets really gives us at Halloween, because there's no other time during the year I would ever have Rockets at my desk.
Totally.
Only just after Halloween.
Yep.
Shocked.
I know.
Shocked.
So it's chips moving on. We will have more on that side of the bracket tomorrow, because we got to get to today's marquee matchup.
And these 2 treats, both great shareable treats.
Sure.
You got Kit Kat, you know, give me a break. And then Smarties, you can share a box with somebody. How do you feel about these, Kent?
I think whoever wins today wins. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I think Kit Kat should win today.
I also think Kit Kat should win today. Yeah, there's really no...
And I think you think that too, because before we've even introduced the bracket this morning, we've had people texting in for Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Misspelling it though. So you have to spell it right with all one word. Kit Kat, all one word, not 2 words, no hyphen. Kit Kat, all one word, to 10-400 for the vote to count. If you want to vote for Smarties, and a lot of you have, it is Smarties to 10-400. The winner today goes on to the finals on Halloween.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be our winner.
Yeah, I know, but we've had some shockers before, just like chips going through. So yeah, put in your vote for your favorite one.
I did not think we were going to get to this final 4. No. But here we are.
now for our sidebar stories, babies, they usually stop crying for a lot of things like snacks. You give them a snack, they like, you know, or toys, or they stop crying because they need to be changed. Well, this baby will only stop for something very specific. Check it out.
You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money.
That's right. It's a foot rub for this passenger princess. Big Brother Bear knows exactly what to do when the foot is placed in front of his face during a car ride. Nothing but laughter and love between these two. That's so cute. She's like, oh yeah, get the bunions. Get in there.
Very good. That is very good.
So
it's a little odd,
it is.
But it is very good. Just like this.
When you're the best of friends, having so much fun together.
So this skeleton was supposed to be part of the family's Halloween decorations, but this toddler now takes them everywhere. They even sleep in the same bed. It's like a teddy bear, but it's a skeleton.
I was about to say, like, if it was soft or something like that, I totally get it. Uncomfortable, but hey, who cares? Who cares? That's great. And just in time for Halloween, a group costume you never knew you needed. Brilliant idea. All you need is 4 friends and some cardboard. It is really good. Calgary company came up with this roller coaster costume for their group last year, and it went viral. It has over 75 million views and was shown on Good Morning America.
Wow.
And here on Your Morning Edmonton, of course. Might be hard for them to top it off this year, though. Okay. Especially with group costumes, especially.
That is tricky.
When you nail it, you really nail it. And then it kind of sometimes it's not that great.
Now, you are known for your Halloween costumes
This is true.
in this city.
This is true.
Have you revealed what you're doing?
No. Some people here had to help us.
Okay.
So, yes, a couple of people know, but overall, we always try to keep it secret for Friday morning.
It's a big surprise coming up on Friday. You will not be disappointed. It's a fun week. It's a spooky week. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
For the past few weeks, we have been giving you the chance to win a staggering $20,000. And now we have the winner of our CTV Your Morning's $20,000 giveaway with us, Al Priatel from Lamont. Congratulations to you, Al.
Thank you so much.
Such an amazing opportunity, such a great prize to win. How did you feel when you won the $20,000?
Absolutely spectacular. Like, to be only like 40 miles from Edmonton and to have that, apparently I didn't know it at the time, but this contest is right across Canada. And to have won it right here, amazing. Absolutely.
And
hard to put into words.
That is fantastic, and we're so happy that you won it. At first, you thought this was a prank phone call.
Yes, yeah. Get this call from, it's only labeled Vancouver, and I'm thinking, well, chances are good it's a prank call. So I think the first 4 or 5 times I didn't answer.
Okay.
And then I was just about getting into the dentist chair when I decided to call the number just to make sure that it was good. And so I called the number, and the lady answers and says, "Is this Al?"
Wow.
Anyway, then she tells me that she's going to make my day better and tells me I'm going to win.
That is amazing. Glad you phoned back.
Oh, my God, so am I.
Yeah. Al, why do you like watching Your Morning?
Well, there's so many things. Like, all you guys have been such a big part of my life all along. Like, I remember when you guys first started, CTV started in Edmonton, Channel 3.
Wow.
So, like, that was the first channel I watched when I was a kid, and I think that was the late 50s, I'm thinking.
Okay.
And so I've been a fan of CTV all along, and then CBC came along, then ITV, but it's been, but your morning news, I love you guys. Just always so good. You always got good information, nice, honest info. Love it.
Oh, and we love hearing that. We love having viewers, devoted viewers like you. Al, what do you think you're going to do with the $20,000?
I thought I'd buy myself a new truck, but my wife, my darling of 51 years, didn't think that would be a great idea. She also said, great advice, I'm sure, don't try to be funny.
Okay.
So I'm doing my best.
Well, Al, we've loved having you here. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Thank you for being such a devoted viewer. And yeah, this is going to such a great man. And we've loved having you here in the studio with us this morning.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks.
Really appreciate it.
Awesome. And yeah, keep watching Your Morning for a chance to be the next big winner.
Programming brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
Here's a live look from the CTV drone at the Edmonton downtown skyline. Looking quite nice. Beautiful start to the day. Today, wind is a little bit lighter, but it is starting to pick up. Expecting a bit of a breeze, but very nice as we start off. Always a beautiful shot from our CTV drone. Temperature right now, 3 degrees here in the city. As we look across the province, not too bad. We have 3 in Red Deer and 3 in Jasper. Red Deer yesterday at this time was -10. So a lot better to start off this morning. Here is your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Stronger schools equals a strong Alberta. 2 for the kids heading out, 6 at lunch, 10 when they head home, possibly 11 degrees for a high for today. And we will see the cloud break and then mainly sunny sky into the afternoon. As we take a look at the forecast for tomorrow, 1 to start, 9 for a high, breezy in the morning, and then the wind settles down, lots of sun. Friday, Halloween. -2 and then 11 for a high, mainly sunny. Saturday, 10 degrees. Saturday, late day, there's a chance we could see some scattered showers. Clocks back when you go to bed. And then Sunday, we'll all be on the same schedule. 8 degrees on Sunday, mainly sunny sky. Here's a look at your 10-day forecast for next week. The rest of it looking pretty decent. Average seasonal high is 5 for today. It'll be lower for next week, and we remain above it. Highs anywhere from 4 to 9 degrees.
It's October 29th, and we have these milestones to share.
Oh, man.
We're wishing Bo a happy 3rd birthday from the Cruz family and My Click Studio.
And a happy 14th birthday goes out to Peniel. Much love from mom, dad, siblings, aunties, and the uncles. Stay tuned. We've got more milestones coming up in the next hour.
Submit your milestone at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $100 gift card to Coolman's Greenhouse, which we draw for every week.
It is a sweet morning mystery, okay? Keep that in mind. This treat was first appeared in the 1920s as a brand of boxed chocolates. Boxed chocolates. Okay. In 1935, Rowntree's marketed it as the biggest little meal to appeal to those who preferred it as a snack. Okay?
What?
The size and number of fingers varies throughout the world. Well, I guess I can only think of one. And how many fingers do we normally have here in North America or Canada?
4, right?
I think so. Kit Kat.
It's Kit Kat.
It is Kit Kat. So Nestle has sold a 3-fingered Kit Kat in the Middle East to align with local currency. In Japan, there's an extra long stick as well as a half-finger petite variety, bite-sized snack. In Australia and New Zealand, there's a 12-finger Kit Kat built for sharing. Wow!
Well,
that is so cool.
You buy that, people are like, you're sharing that, right?
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
It's Kit Kat versus Smarties. Vote on the text line for our Halloween candy bracket at 10400. The news you need to start your day begins right now.
Here on your Wednesday, October 29th.
We went out of our way to try and address their needs in learning and ended up with us losing our rights.
Teachers forced back to classrooms today, though some students are planning to walk out to support them, and other unions say they are also planning action.
Put separatism to bed once and for all.
Hundreds of thousands of Albertans put their name to a petition to push for an end to separatism talk, well above the threshold for a referendum decision.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there.
And the Blue Jays come back again, ensuring the World Series will go to Toronto for Game 6. We'll take you live to LA ahead of tonight's game coming up in just a minute. Your morning starts right now. Just after 7 o'clock, welcome to your Wednesday morning, Edmonton. And this morning, hundreds of thousands of students will be back in classrooms. The province forcing an end to the 3-week teachers' strike with a back-to-school order. CTV's Nicole Lampa is at a West End elementary school this morning where the bell rings in about an hour. So, Nicole, will school be any different for students as they return?
Kent, teachers have been told that they should continue with their current extracurricular activities, even though they do not get paid for them. Otherwise, they could potentially face a fine of up to $500 a day.
Under this bill, any kind of work to rule would be considered illegal, and there's hefty fines that come with that.
A couple of teachers we spoke to say they are excited to see their students this morning, but are upset they've been force-fed a contract they've previously rejected and that class sizes have not been addressed. They say that they are hearing from colleagues that many of them will remain on as coaches or club advisors, but that will likely change in the coming months and years.
The ones I've spoke to will 100%, they will follow through on their commitments, but getting new commitments for the next season or for the next club or for the next semester, teachers aren't going to step up.
And while teachers are unable to take any further job action, we're hearing that many students are doing what they can to support their teachers. A province-wide walkout by high school students is being planned for tomorrow, including several schools here in Edmonton. We'll have more on this part of the story in half an hour. Kent.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. And now the Alberta Teachers Association does plan to fight Bill 2, the Back to School Act, overrides teachers' constitutional right to strike and imposes an agreement on the union through 2028. It cites a section of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms called the Notwithstanding Clause, which prevents legal challenges to the bill and limits strike or lockout rights. The government does not appear to be backing down, so the teachers' union is bracing for a battle. Lawyers still analyzing what is possible given the limitations.
We will leave no stone unturned to try to get government to reverse this decision that they made to invoke the Notwithstanding Clause.
The Canadian Civil Liberties Association calls Bill 2 government overreach that inappropriately uses the Notwithstanding Clause. Many other provincial unions are planning what they call unprecedented action to support teachers. We will have more on this through the rest of the morning. Now, the Forever Canadian petition asking if Alberta should remain part of Canada has overwhelmingly surpassed the 300,000 signatures required.
In a short period of time, 365,000 Albertans have decided that our future, Alberta's future, lies in Canada.
That's about 164,000 more than needed to initiate a possible referendum. Thomas Lukazik and thousands of volunteers started collecting signatures in August, delivering boxes yesterday containing the petitions to Elections Alberta for verification.
We're proud Albertans, and there's a faction of the society out there that wants to take that away from us. They want us to leave Canada, and that's not going to happen.
We're asking the Premier to do the right thing and ask Alberta MLAs to vote on this issue and put separatism to bed once and for all.
CTV News did reach out to the Premier's office for comment. Alberta's Justice Minister replied, congratulating the group for collecting so many signatures, adding once the petition is verified, then it will be decided how to proceed under the legislation. Elections Alberta has until December 27th to complete verification, with results to be released January 6th. The Edmonton Chamber of Commerce has released its 2025 State of Economy report. It highlights where Edmonton is performing strongly and where the city can improve, including adjustments to taxes to attract more business to the city. The Chamber says another challenge is the slowing of job growth. It says it wants practical options to improve Edmonton's sustainability and competitiveness within 24 months.
We're calling on Mayor Knack and the new City Council to establish a Mayor's Fiscal Task Force as soon as possible, and I would hope that it's going to be in the next 100 days of their activity.
The Chamber will host a luncheon and conversation to go over the report November 7th. The discount retailer Zellers will make another comeback with a mall relaunch tomorrow here in Edmonton. There will be a multi-phased rollout, and by spring of 2026, Zellers will begin announcing new locations across the country. The latest iteration will stick with the original emphasis on affordable family offerings while reducing the kinds of merchandising sold. New retailer will take over the smaller spaces like this location in Londonderry Mall. We'll have clothing, home goods, and luggage while ditching other past Zellers categories like toys and pharmaceuticals. Well, a monster performance for the Edmonton Oilers last night against one of the league's best teams so far this season, the Utah Mammoth, arriving here with a 7-game winning streak.
McDavid, who then regains, heads for the net, dishes, gets it back, and scores! What a give and go!
Connor McDavid had 2 goals, including this connection with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Oilers overcoming a rather ugly start. They were down 2-0 early in this one. Leon Draisaitl, Matthias Ekholm, Ike Howard, Ty Emerson, all scoring as well as McDavid in this one for the Oilers. Looking good in those new 3rd jerseys, wearing them for the first time. Their 2-game losing skid is over. 6-3 the final. New York Rangers are in town tomorrow.
School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
All right, let's go back outside for Corey's weather forecast. A lot of people can take cues from your wardrobe on how to get going this morning, Corey.
Yeah, dressing a few layers for today. It is a chilly start outside, but we will warm up quite nicely as we go throughout the day today. Here's a live look through your CTV drone, Highway 16A and the Henday. Traffic flow looking pretty good. So far, so good throughout much of the city. You can see it starting to pick up, though, especially in the distance with the car lights really illuminating the highways there. Here is your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Stronger schools equals a stronger Alberta. 2 for the kids heading out, 6 at lunch, 10, possibly 11 when they head home. And we will see the cloud break up as we go throughout the day today. Taking a look at your almanac, our high is 10. As I said, possibly 11. 5 is our average seasonal high for today. Right now, we are sitting at 3 degrees here at the Blatchford Station. Wind's starting to pick up. A little bit of a breeze now. Starting to feel that, adding to the chill. 1 at the airport. For today, the cloud, as I said, breaks up. A little bit of a breeze as we go throughout the day, and then 10, possibly 11 for a high. Tomorrow, 1 to start, breezy tomorrow morning, and then the wind settles down. 9 for a high for tomorrow with lots of sun. Thursday looking quite nice. And Halloween on Friday also looks quite nice. -2 to start, 11 for a high. Mainly sunny as we go throughout Friday. And yeah, it's going to be a very nice night for trick-or-treating. I'll take a look at your 5 and 10-day forecast coming up a little bit later on. Experience the story of Michael Jackson's unique and unparalleled artistry with MJ, the multi-Tony Award-winning musical presented by Broadway across Canada. It's coming to the Northern Jubilee Auditorium from November 11th to 16th, and we're giving you the chance to win some tickets. Enter at ctvedmonton.ca.
All right, thank you very much, Corey. Well, many children look forward to Halloween and trick-or-treating, but it can be difficult for neurodiverse children. It's due to overstimulation from the heightened sights and sounds of the evening. So with that in mind, the Children's Autism Services of Edmonton hosted an evening of practicing trick-or-treating, helping prepare these kids for Halloween. The event features experts and families of autistic children that offer tips based on their lived experiences.
They get to go to a house, and we have it set up so it shows lights on or lights off. And if it's showing lights on, they knock on the door. They wait for the door to be open. They practice saying trick-or-treat or using a computer to say trick-or-treat. Then they get their candy, they say thank you, and they go to the next house.
Duncan says this event has been a success due to the confidence it gives kids ahead of Halloween. And we've had a spooky run here on Your Morning ahead of the big day. Thanks to everyone who submitted to the contest. We dropped off signs to the finalists last week. It was so much fun. Take a look.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. Wow. This guy's got spooky spirit, guys, huh?
Oh, holy moly. Look at this thing.
Going in.
Don't do that.
Worthy finalists.
Yes, definitely a spooky place for sure. This is awesome.
We lost Kim.
We lost Kim.
We don't know where Kim is. On to the next.
Sit. Good boy.
Oh,
Here's
nice
a treat or a trick.
Tricked you. I just didn't know people were building fortresses, you know? Jeez. Stomp it.
Right in there.
Yep. Oh. Good job, everybody. Good job.
Nice.
I wasn't terrified. Do you think they're home and they're like, who's setting off our stuff?
It was during the daytime. Imagine when the production lights are on and it's all dark. Oh my goodness. So tomorrow I will be going live from the winner's house. We're going to be doing some hits from there. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm presenting them with the $500 gift card to Big Box Outlet Store.
Yeah.
So the winner already knows who they are. Okay, they are going to be dressing up. They're going to be doing some wild things for us. So I can't wait for you guys to see.
Spooky spirit indeed. Yeah, this is going to be great tomorrow on Your Morning. Let's take a look at today. In fact, right now on your drive at 7:13 here on Wednesday, heavy volume west and eastbound Yellowhead Trail from 121st Street to 127. So a little slow through there, as it usually is. Heavy volume also eastbound White Mud Drive, slowing things down, approaching the 50th Street exit ramp. There's police presence there as well, so just heads up if that's part of your normal commute, maybe even slower than normal. Volume issues also slowing things down eastbound Belgravia Road, approaching 114th Street and the University area. Busy section of the city, certainly at this time of day. Well, still ahead, bombing in Gaza despite a peace process underway. Plus, the U.S. ambassador to Canada lashing out at an Ontario trade representative, hurling insults and curse words, and a new Dr. Seuss book may soon be on the shelves.
Let's take a look at Edmonton's gas prices before we head into break here. The average cost around town has gone down a penny overnight, now just above $1.20 per liter. If you're looking for cheap gas, there's a couple of places, including Kit Convenience, which is close to $1.07 per liter. That's on Princess Elizabeth Avenue. Then there is a place called 204 Fuels. It's on Castle Downs Road. They're close to $1.10 per liter.
Gas prices brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta.
Israel has launched attacks in Gaza after accusing Hamas of killing a soldier and staging the discovery of a deceased hostage. The Israeli military says today it will resume the ceasefire, but will continue to, quote, respond forcefully to any violation. Hamas denouncing the strikes, calling them a criminal bombardment by Israel and denying attacking Israeli soldiers. The Gaza Health Ministry says more than 100 people have been killed. America's ambassador to Canada reportedly lashed out at Ontario's trade representative at an event in Ottawa on Monday. Sources telling CTV News there was a, quote, unpleasant exchange between Pete Hoekstra and Ontario's trade representative in Washington, David Patterson. The sources say the United States ambassador hurled insults and swore over Ontario's anti-tariff ad. Patterson was said to be calm during the tirade. Last week, U.S. President Donald Trump abruptly ended trade talks with Canada over the commercial. He then announced an additional 10% tariff on Canada. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in southeast Cuba this morning. The storm arrived as a dangerous Category 3 hurricane, packing winds of about 195 kilometers an hour. Officials in Cuba say more than 700,000 people have been moved out of their homes and into shelters. Severe flooding has been reported. Right now, the storm is tracking toward the Bahamas. The hurricane hit Jamaica yesterday as a Category 5 storm. This is the strongest to hit the island in modern history. The country's prime minister says it will take time to figure out the extent of the damage. Also saying there have been no confirmed deaths linked to the storm, but does expect there will be loss of life. At least 3 people died in Jamaica during preparations for Melissa. The Bank of Canada is making its interest rate announcement at 7:45 this morning, publishing updated economic forecasts for the first time since January. Most economists are expecting the bank to deliver a second consecutive cut this morning, with the economy showing cracks in the face of American tariffs. The central bank lowering its benchmark interest rate by a quarter point last month to 2.5%. In its first cut since March. We will have that decision for you as it happens. And a newly discovered Dr. Seuss manuscript will be published next year. The book features the Cat in the Hat and is titled Sing the 50 United States, celebrating the United States, and is expected to be released June 2nd, 2026, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. The manuscript was discovered earlier this year at the Authors Library in California. It is the first full manuscript from Dr. Seuss to be found since 2015. Well, people will be having a lot of candy over the next couple of days, but have you thought about pairing that with wine? Well, you can. Corey is doing that over at Willow Park Wine and Spirits. What's going on, Corey?
Yeah, that's something a little bit different. Yeah, usually we talk about pairings with different foods and different meats, but yeah, hey, why not pair with candy? I'm with Diana, and we're going to be talking about that. What kind of pairings are we expecting with that?
Well, we're expecting trying to highlight different flavors in the wine. So, for instance, with the Chardonnay, we're thinking about sort of a caramel apple kind of feeling. Or,
okay.
With a big heavy red, something more along the licoricey lines, and then maybe a little break with a savory chip or something in the middle of the tasting.
So people can come down here and experience that?
Yes, absolutely.
When will the tasting be?
The tasting is tomorrow night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a little bit of Halloween fun just before Halloween, you can come on down. What are some of the candies that you will have?
We've got craft caramels, we've got peanut butter cups, we've got, what else? Licorice. Right. I'm trying to get the good and plenty. The licorice all sorts is an option, but
okay.
I'm a little bit torn on the licorice angle, but
okay,
we'll find something.
And is that something that people maybe can, not just on Halloween, but maybe more times of the year, get a little creative and start to think about?
Yeah, if you love candy, why not have it with your wine? I mean, with our sparkling wine, we're going to have like a caramel corn, so that's a classic. Champagne and popcorn's a very, very good thing.
Are there any wines maybe that come to mind when you think of Halloween, maybe that are a little bit special?
I always think about the wines that have the skeletons on the labels and the orange wines, and which we're going to be talking about later.
Right, so think outside the box a little bit. And again, so that's tomorrow night. Are there still spaces available?
I think there are 2 tickets left now.
2 tickets left. Okay, so if you want to get in on that, come down to Willow Park Wines and Spirits, or maybe give them a shout and book in a couple tickets. They're available online as well.
Yes,
you can book
absolutely.
online. Okay, so yeah, you want to do that because it's a very unique experience. If the tickets are sold out, maybe just come down and get some advice on how to maybe do that yourself as well for Halloween. Right now, we are going to take a look at your forecast, and we're looking outside right now. This is your Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace fixed right, or it's free. Still at 3 degrees. Now, there is starting to be a little bit more of a breeze. That's a crisp 3 degrees just coming in from outside. Really feeling it. Dress in layers for today. Now, as we look at the provincial temperatures, not bad. Most people just below, just above the freezing mark. Red Deer at 3 yesterday morning at this time. They were at -10, so quite a big change there. A lot of precipitation to the north of us towards Fort McMurray. We are seeing some snow, rain-snow mix out towards High Prairie, Whitecourt, and Westlock. And now it looks like we are seeing some showers west of the city. So there's a chance that we could see some showers pass through the Edmonton area as we progress throughout the morning. So be prepared for that as well. As we take a look at the futurecast, you can see a little bit of that pass through. And then as we go throughout the afternoon, mainly sunny sky, cloudy as we go throughout the evening. Temperature for today, not too bad, 10, possibly 11. Again, a slight chance of showers this morning, a bit breezy. Overall, not too bad of a day. Next time we chat, I have your Halloween forecast coming up, which looks pretty nice. Get ready for the PBR 2025 Canada National Finals. Experience a night of heart-pounding action with a star-studded lineup of athletes. We're giving you the chance to see it live, up close and personal. Go to ctvedmonton.ca for your chance to win some tickets.
Thank you, Corey. Well, known for their season-long resilience, the Toronto Blue Jays have come back again, overcoming an early deficit last night to tie the World Series at 2 games apiece. They'll try to get the edge tonight before bringing the World Series back to Canada on Friday. CTV National News reporter Raheem Ladani is in LA for us this morning. What a ball game last night, Raheem.
Hey, Ken, you're absolutely right. That was a statement performance by the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, they had every excuse and reason to potentially show up sluggish and not have that same energy and pack it in. But instead, as you mentioned, they did what they've been doing all season long, and that is block out the outside noise and prove the doubters wrong. And there was a lot of doubt coming into Game 4 yesterday, coming off that 18-inning marathon loss. But instead, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. put his team on his back. He showed up against Shohei Ohtani, 3rd inning, home run. And I can tell you, being here in LA inside Dodger Stadium, that quieted the home crowd. In fact, at certain points during the game, you could actually hear "Go Jays, Go" chants. And I'm sure the Dodgers faithful didn't enjoy that, but that's what the Jays needed to do. They put together a complete performance last night. It wasn't just Vladdy with the long ball, but in the 7th inning, we saw them put up 4 runs, and they did it with a small ball. That's been the Blue Jays' mantra all season long. Ernie Clement, a nice base hit. Bo Bichette, I mean, he has been absolutely gutting it out this postseason in the World Series. We know he's not 100%, but every time he steps up to the plate, it seems like he is hitting timely base hits, and that has been clutch for the Toronto Blue Jays, adding some pop to their lineup, especially without George Springer in the lineup right now. And so the Jays have completely flipped the script now. It kind of felt like the Dodgers were getting ready to write their final scene in back-to-back World Championships, but instead the Jays have stolen momentum. They've now regained home field advantage, but the job isn't done yet. The series is still tied 2-2, and while you mentioned off the top that, yes, the World Series will head back down to Toronto, the Jays don't want to go down 3-2 like they did in the ALCS against the Seattle Mariners. They want to go back to Toronto with a 3-2 win so that they are the ones that have 2 cracks at winning a World Championship, the first time in 32 years. And that all begins with tonight's Game 5. No rest for the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers. It seems like this has been non-stop baseball, but it's been exciting without a doubt. On the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight, Trey Yesavage. He is the 22-year-old rookie. He has such a calm, cool, and collective heartbeat. He pitched in Game 1 of the World Series, and while he didn't have his best stuff, he only won about 4 innings. He was still very good, and he gave the Jays a chance to win, which is what they did. And one of the reasons why is because they went up against Blake Snell. Blake Snell is an incredible pitcher. He did not have his best stuff either in Game 1, and the Jays rocked him. But you know he's going to be better, and so the Jays need to bring it as well. Yesavage said something very interesting. He said, I understand that this is a very big moment and I'm grateful to be in this position, but it means a lot that I have the support of my clubhouse. This kid is built for these kinds of moments. He said it at the beginning of the postseason, but he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. And I think the fact that he is aware and very cognizant of where he is, that he'll be playing inside Dodger Stadium, which is not a friendly place to be in if you're an opposing pitcher, he can now focus on his stuff because he can put it to the side, focus on delivering pitches into the strike zone, knowing how to operate when you're facing the likes of Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts. And if he can do that, the offense is going to fall in line as they've been doing all season long. We still don't know if George Springer will be back in the lineup. Yesterday, John Schneider had said he is hour to hour, and we all know that he didn't end up playing. But if you're watching the game yesterday, you saw him in the dugout talking to the players, being engaged, and that's what this team is all about. They're about resiliency, and they're about sticking together in glue. And so tonight is Game 5. It should be a great one, and we'll all have to find out to see if the Jays will be up 3-2 when the series heads back to Toronto. Kent?
Looking forward to it, Raheem. Enjoy the ball game. Thanks for this.
I'm Nicole Lampa. Hundreds of thousands of students and teachers are going back to classrooms today after a 3.5-week teachers strike. More on this after the break.
Beautiful city. It is just after 7:30 here on a Wednesday. Hopefully you're off to a great start to your day. Corey is out and about. He'll have his forecast coming up in just a minute. But first, let's check in with Kim. What's coming up this half hour?
Yeah, it's a very unique edition of Kent Celebrity Real Estate. So we're guessing the actress who's owned a property in New York for nearly 2 decades. Now, I have no idea who it is. Some of you on the text line did. We'll give you one last chance in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Kent, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kim. For the first time in 3.5 weeks, hundreds of thousands of students will be back in class. The province forcing an end to the teacher strike. CTV's Nicole Lampa is at a West End elementary school for us this morning, where some teachers have started to arrive for work. Nicole, how are they feeling?
Well, Kent, the teachers that we've spoken to say it is a mix of emotions. On one hand, they're happy that they're going to be able to see their students. On the other, they don't like how this strike has ended. They feel that their fight to improve classrooms has been completely ignored by the UCP government.
We fought for 3.5 weeks to make this better, and it's not going to be.
These teachers say they are excited to see their students, but are upset they've been force-fed a contract they've previously rejected and that class sizes have not been addressed. Teachers are also upset they can no longer take any type of job action under the province's back-to-school order, including work to rule. Otherwise, they each face a fine of $500 a day.
I'm a social studies teacher. I'm supposed to go back and talk to my students about freedom and rights and all of this when mine have been trampled on as a teacher. That's going to be kind of tough.
Now, the Alberta Federation of Labor says all of the unions in this province are banding together to push back against the UCP government's use of the notwithstanding clause, as well as pushing through the back-to-school order. The AFL says that they will have some sort of an announcement at 1:30 in regards to what they will be doing. Kent.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. Well, the Education Minister appeared on CTV's Power Play last night and was asked this.
Who do you think would want to come work for your government? What teacher or EA, after what's unfolded in the last 24 hours, do you think would want to work for an employer that actively works to suppress their rights?
After students, our teachers receive the 17% increase that has been provided to them as part of the settlement, they will be the highest paid, have the highest take-home pay in Western Canada. So we are not just competitive, but leading the pack in so many regard and so many respects. And I think that's something that's quite enticing to many professionals.
Now, classrooms may not be full this week. Students across Alberta organizing a large-scale walkout for tomorrow to protest how the province ended the strike. This movement started with just a few schools. Now it's up to more than 30, including schools from here in Edmonton, Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan, and Calgary, among others. Organizers say they are standing in solidarity with their teachers.
We are the future doctors, future lawyers, future politicians of the world, and if we don't have a stable and healthy learning environment, then we will not be successful.
The walkouts range in scale by location, some scheduled for a couple of hours, others through the majority of the school day. Some students will hold a sit-in option, which is when they will stay in class but refuse to do any work. Alberta's new license plate slogan could face trademark trouble. Earlier this month, the province revealed it wants to replace the phrase Wild Rose Country with Strong and Free on the new plates. A New Brunswick woman has owned the trademark for that term for nearly 20 years. Canadian manufacturers pay her a royalty to use it, and the trademark details include license plates of metal. She says people familiar with her brand have been reaching out to tell her about Alberta's plans.
So I think, it's wonderful that, Strong and Free is something that they are going to be putting on their license plate. I talked to my trademark office, and the best case scenario is that we come to an agreement.
We've spoken to our lawyers about it. There's no copyright infringement. Let's be clear. This is the Alberta motto. It's on our crest. Alberta Strong and Free.
Well, the Service Alberta minister insists there is no issue. Some trademark lawyers say it could be argued in court. Edmonton's new city council will be sworn in today, including new mayor Andrew Knack and 4 new city councillors who are Reed Clark, Tu Parmar, Michael Elliott, and John Morgan. The rest of the councillors are coming back. They've been in their ridings for at least one term. The swearing-in ceremony will be held at 1:30 this afternoon. A family in Northeast Edmonton is taking Halloween to another level.
The wind howled and the bats swore. There is
A haunted castle is in front of the lawn of Dave and Tammy Iwanik's home in Beacon Heights. It took actually 7 weeks to build and decorate this spooky display. The castle is more than 6 meters long and 3 meters high.
It's gotten bigger every year. I'm not sure how we're going to top this one because it's pretty much the whole front yard.
The way their eyes light up and, it's like in awe and amazement. And the kids are like laughing and enjoying themselves and having fun. That's Halloween.
They are also a finalist in our Spooky Spirit contest. We visited their place last week. It is all kinds of fun. Go check it out if you can. They're asking for food bank donations to enter the castle.
You're taking a live look through the River Valley Skycam. Looking nice and clear right now as we start off the day today. Fairly cloudy, but we can see everything nice and clearly. The Walterdale High Level Bridge in sight there. Nice reflection of the North Saskatchewan River. Temperature-wise, 1 in Stony Plain, 1 at the airport, and 1 in Elk Island, 3 at the Blatchford Station. As we take a look at the temperatures within the city, not too much of a range. Temperatures coming in at 2 and 3 degrees. Now, there's a slight chance that we could see some scattered showers this morning. There are some off to the west, so just keep that in mind as we go throughout the early morning. And then the cloud as we go throughout the day breaks up. Mainly sunny into the afternoon, breezy, a high of 10, possibly 11. Your 5-day forecast, tomorrow 1 to start, breezy in the morning, and then 9 for a high. Lots of sun as we go throughout Thursday. Friday, -2. It's Halloween, and the Halloween forecast looks great with mainly sunny sky and a high of 11. Saturday, 4 to start, 10 for a high, mostly cloudy, and then Saturday evening there's a chance that we could see some late day showers. So do expect that later Saturday, and then also put your clocks back an hour so that we're all on the same schedule on Sunday. Sunday mainly sunny and a high of 8 degrees. I'll take a look at your 10-day forecast coming up in about 15 minutes. Experience the story of Michael Jackson's unique and unparalleled artistry with MJ, the multi-Tony Award-winning musical presented by Broadway across Canada. It's coming to the Northern Jubilee Auditorium from November 11th to 16th, and we're giving you the chance to win tickets. Enter at ctvedmonton.ca.
All right, thank you, Corey. Let's take a look at your drive this morning. Volume issues northbound Gateway Boulevard from the Henday to the 34th Avenue, so a little slow through there. Also slow on the Yellowhead, both east and westbound 121 Street to 127 as that road work continues. And heavy volume eastbound White Mud Drive approaching 50th Street exit ramp. There are police also on scene, so if that's part of your drive, just know that you're going to need to slow down, potentially need to find a different route around while they do their work out there. All right, here we are. We're so close to Halloween, and we continue to celebrate that here on Your Morning and our candy bracket. The highly contested candy bracket.
Very
is now
important,
down. Yes.
crucial candy bracket.
A lot of eyes on this. We're down to the final 4 now. We've got
close.
2 on the chocolate side, 2 on the candy and other things side. So before we get to the final 4, let's talk about yesterday. Chips up against Rockets. And I think this is an upset.
Yeah, and a shocker, because I truly thought because Rockets, we don't have it any other time of the year.
Exactly.
Just Halloween. I would never buy this in March, you know. Rockets is really all about the nostalgia. So I am surprised it didn't make it through. However, what I will say is when you get a bag of chips in your trick-or-treat bag, you're like, these people are rich. And I am now rich, you know?
I am rich because of
that. So yes, okay, so chips is through to the next round. Today we settled the chocolatey side of things.
Yes, yes.
2 of these, I think, very shareable treats. Kit Kat, you break one off, give it to a pal. And then Smarties, you can share a box with somebody and count your pills or, you know, whatever.
You sort them into colors like Corey does.
Sort them into colors, yeah, exactly. So we've been shocked before.
Yeah.
I do believe that Kit Kat will make it through. And I think you do as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I can't believe Smarties got this far, given that most of it ends up on your hand before you eat it anyway.
I know. And M&M's is far superior, right? Because Smarties went up against M&M's, and Smarties went through. So there you go.
So here we are. So have your say on the text line. And we've been getting a lot of Kit Kat with a space in between or a hyphen. Don't do that. It doesn't count in the vote. So it's got to be Kit Kat, all one word, to 10400. If you're a Smarties supporter, and there are a lot of you because we're this far.
Clearly.
At 10400, if you want your Smarties to move on, it is going to get tight in this race. Cannot wait.
Can't wait.
For more revealing on our candy bracket. We will have the winner coming up on Halloween. So get your votes in. We'll be right back.
Programming brought to you by Bucks Auto Parts. Rebuilt, recharged, ready. Learn more at bucksautoparts.com. Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The second phase of ticket sales for the FIFA World Cup is underway. Another 1 million tickets up for grabs. The draw runs until Friday morning at 9 our time. This includes a domestic exclusivity time slot. This gives fans from the 3 host countries, Canada, Mexico, and the U.S., first dibs on single match tickets for games in their own country. Well, some University of Alberta Golden Bears alumni are teaming up to help their former program. New recruiting rules for college universities have some Canadian players heading south. As CTV's Nairman Issa reports, alumni now challenging hockey players to look at Edmonton, asking, do you have what it takes to be a Golden Bear?
Rick Peterson sits in the stands at the University of Alberta's Claire Drake Arena. Long gone are the days when he suited up for the U of A.
So I played on the Bears between 72 and 76, and we won the Nationals in 74, 75.
He's now sharing his experience with a new crop of players.
This is more than just a winning team. These are values that are going to stay with you all your life, and this is a winning attitude that's going to stay with you in every single thing you do.
Golden Bears alumni have launched a social media campaign aimed at junior hockey players.
We're saying, you got what it takes to be a Golden Bear, right? Do you have what it takes to be here and to be part of what we've built here?
The initiative comes after the NCAA changed its rules regarding recruiting and now allows players in Canada's 3 major junior leagues to compete at American colleges.
There's going to be a lot of players, I think, initially that want to give NCAA a go, no matter what. But I think there's also players, especially local players, that may want to come back.
One of those players is Aiden Yakimchuk. The defenseman spent 3 years playing in the NCAA before signing with the hometown team.
Just playing in St. Louis area, it was kind of a trek to get out there. So it's nice that they get to come out to a few games and I get to play in front of my family instead of just on TV.
Peterson hopes players realize the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the border.
We want them to come here and be a Golden Bear and stay a Golden Bear all your life.
A hockey bond that can't be broken even after hanging up the skates. Nairm Issa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Well, as you vote on the text line or your favorite Halloween candy, also think about how it could pair with wines. That's what Corey's talking about at Willow Park Wine and Spirits this morning. What's going on, Corey?
We're going to be talking about special events coming up for November, some great deals here at Willow Park Wine and Spirits. And I'm with Diana, a wine aficionado, an expert. Always great advice on bottles for us here. Why don't we start off talking about Vinovember? What is Vinovember?
Vinovember is for everybody. It starts Monday, online only, for Monday and Tuesday. And then from the 5th to the 11th, it's in-store. People can come in and get great values between 30 and 65% off.
Wow, okay, so 30 to 65% off. That is a huge savings. And we'll see that on the bottles that we have in front of us. Why don't we start talking about those?
Absolutely. We've got a little bottle here from Carmen, one of the oldest wineries in Chile. Beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon. It's going to be $8 a bottle off, so I think it's $11.99.
Oh, that is, and it's a good wine.
It's a very good wine. Beautiful. People don't really realize, I think, about how good the Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile and from Argentina are. And we've got wines from all over the world at this sale. So.
Okay, and this next one I'm excited about because you had this when you opened and you sold out of it.
We sold out of it in the first day or first 2 days. Yeah, it's beautiful, sort of passion fruit lime kind of profile, and people love this wine. It's going to be $10 a bottle off, so $14.49.
Wow, so some really good deals. And I'm actually really excited about this last bottle. Fairly unique. I've really not heard about it, but it's like it's Zinfandel almost.
Yeah, Primitivo. So when the people immigrated from Italy to the U.S. to California, they brought cuttings of their vines from home, which was Primitivo, and now it's called Zinfandel. We don't know why, but it's delicious wine, very plush and juicy, sort of plum, cherry, and spice notes. And this one's going to be $9.99. So when was the last time you had a bottle of wine under $10?
Well,
that was
maybe
delicious.
not the best bottle of wine under $10, so that's a pretty good deal when you can get something that much of a deal off. Thank you so much, Diana. Yeah, and if you want more information about Vinovember, you can always come down to Willow Park Wines and Spirits. Also check them out online, and those deals will be online. Again, it's online first, and then in-store, in person.
Thank you, Corey. Well, still ahead, it's not in the Big Easy, but the homeowner was. Guess along with Kent's Celebrity Real Estate. It's a good one. Coming up next. We have a unique edition of Celebrity Real Estate, both the home and the circumstances. So this house was owned by a famous actress for nearly 2 decades. She then sold it, and it's been renovated, so it's back on the market now. So we're going to guess who used to own this place for a long time until very recently. Just showing it because it is very rare. So here it is. This is in Manhattan's Greenwich Village, very famous neighborhood, built in 1841. This 3-story brownstone, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, full of art. Very stylish choices in the renovation. A mix of modern and some vintage flair that dates back to the original structure. Get this parlor extension that we're looking at was designed by the architect behind the pyramids at the Louvre.
Which explains the price tag. You know? Wow.
What a bragging for the listing. I am a fan. Am I the fan? Well, I am a fan. Here's the diner. This goes out to one of the outdoor spaces, and there are a couple of them, but like cactus lamp and the art. It is wild.
Very maximalist style.
Wild. And I know there are people who have those kitchen chairs at home right now. I think this room is drop dead gorgeous. Look at the marble work on the fireplace plus the art. What a room.
Yeah, what a room. Love the built-ins and the walnut or dark wood, whatever the wood is.
Yeah.
Contrasted with the marble fireplace. It's gorgeous. I like the design choices, Kent. I really do. Like this kitchen, arched cabinets, come on.
That is cool. Very cool. Very much sort of a blend of the modern style and a little bit older as well. The exposed beams, we love that.
The way to do it.
Yeah. This previous owner was born in New York, no stranger to Broadway. There was a Tony in this house at one point. Something to think about. Here's one of the terraces, a place to overlook your animal kingdom.
These clues are just going past my head. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can call it Smurf's Perch.
Okay.
You get it out there. We found out earlier this morning this is on the market for $23 million, which is pretty penny in New York City. So the clues are out there. Text line, very good at picking up those clues. I didn't necessarily know this celebrity until I put this together.
Yeah.
Do you have a guess?
No, not even a clue. Not a clue. I have no idea who it is. So let's just... And people on the text line did, though.
They know.
Yeah.
They know. It is Ellen Barkin, who played... she was in Animal Kingdom, sort of like the matriarch.
Is that a movie? Or?
It's a TV show.
Okay.
And she was in Diner and Drop Dead Gorgeous, The Fan, many other things as well.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Shout out to all of you who got Ellen Barkin in that one. She won a Tony Award on Broadway in the 80s, I believe.
Revered actress, Broadway performer.
Yeah. And one heck of a house.
And great style, too. Great style. Yeah.
Shout out to all of you who got it right. There were a lot of you. It's time for us to take a break. We'll be right back.
School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
You're taking a live look through the River Valley Skycam right now. Fairly cloudy. We can see everything quite clearly, though. We've got the Walterdown High Level Bridge, and the Alberta legislature lit up quite nicely. Now, there are some showers off to the west. There's a slight chance we could see a little bit of shower activity move through as we go throughout the early part of the morning. And then later morning into the afternoon, the cloud will start to break up. 3 degrees right now here in the city, 3 in Jasper, 3 in Red Deer. Calgary, the warm spot at 5. Other than that, most temperatures right around or just below the freezing mark. For us here in Edmonton today, as we take a look at your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association, stronger schools equals stronger Alberta. 2 for the kids heading out, 6 at lunch, 10. By the time we get into the afternoon, possibly even 11 for a high with mainly sunny sky. For tomorrow, breezy morning, 1 to start, 9 for a high with lots of sun. And then Friday, mainly sunny, -2 to start, 11 for a high. The Halloween forecast does look quite nice. Saturday, 10 degrees. We could see some late day showers. Don't forget to put your clocks back an hour. And then Sunday, still quite nice at 8 degrees. For next week, temperatures ranging from 4 to 9. Average seasonal high for next week is around 3 to 4 degrees. So doing okay as we head throughout the next week.
Milestones, brought to you by Coolman's Flower Shop. Colorful, fresh designs for any occasion.
2 years of hugs, giggles, and joy. Happy second birthday to Ava. Love, Grandma and Grandpa G.
And happy birthday, Haley, from your best friend, Troy. Have an awesome day.
Submit your milestone at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $100 gift card to Coolman's Greenhouse, which we draw for every week.
Time for a sweet Wednesday morning mystery. This sweet treat first appeared in the 1920s as a brand of box chocolates. In 1935, Rowntree's marketed as the biggest little meal to appeal to those who preferred it as a snack. And this is what I did not know this. The size and number of fingers varies throughout the world. Probably know what it is from even just the background here. It is Kit Kat. And Nestle has sold a 3-fingered Kit Kat in the Middle East to align with the local currency, while in Japan there's an extra long stick as well as a half-finger petite variety. And in Australia and New Zealand, there's a 12-finger Kit Kat block built for sharing. I don't think I have that many friends to share with. There you go, though. The news you need to start your day begins right now.
Here on your Wednesday, October 29th.
We went out of our way to try and address their needs in learning and ended up with us losing our rights.
Teachers forced back into classrooms today, though some students are planning to walk out in support, and other unions say they are planning action as well.
Put separatism to bed once and for all.
Hundreds of thousands of Albertans put their names to paper to try to put an end to separatism talk, well above the threshold for a referendum decision.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone.
The Blue Jays come back again, making sure the World Series will shift to Toronto, regaining home field advantage and looking to take a lead in LA tonight. Your morning starts right now. Just after 8 o'clock, welcome to your Wednesday morning, Edmonton. Hundreds of thousands of Alberta students and teachers are back at school today. The UCP forcing an end to the teacher strike after 3.5 weeks. CTV's Nicole Lamp is at a West End elementary school for us this morning where the bell is about to ring. So, Nicole, how are parents and children feeling about going back to school?
Kent, everyone that we spoke to this morning have a mix of emotions.
For my kids' behalf, I'm happy that they're back in school, but at the same point, I am very disgusted about how the government's gone about this to force our teachers back into school where it's not on their free will.
Teachers also say they are excited to see their students this morning, but are upset they've been force-fed a contract they've previously rejected and that class sizes have not been addressed. The head of the Teachers Association says a big upset is that teachers are no longer allowed to take any type of job action under the province's back-to-school order. Otherwise, they each face a fine of $500 a day.
This government has done more than silence teachers and school leaders. It has silenced democracy itself.
And we've also spoke with children this morning. Many of them are excited to see their classmates, happy to be back in school. One grade 5 student here says he is very excited to see his teacher because he says his teacher makes learning exciting. We'll hear more from him in half an hour. Kent.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. Now, Alberta's Teachers Association is planning to fight Bill 2, the Back to School Act overriding teachers' constitutional right to strike, imposing an agreement on the union through 2028. It cites a section of the Chartered Rights and Freedoms called the Notwithstanding Clause, which prevents legal challenges to the bill and limits strike or lockout rights. The government does not appear to be backing down, so the teachers' union is bracing for a battle. Lawyers still analyzing what is possible given the limitations.
We will leave no stone unturned to try to get government to reverse this decision that they made to invoke the Notwithstanding Clause.
The Canadian Civil Liberties Association calls Bill 2 government overreach that inappropriately uses the Notwithstanding Clause. Many other provincial unions are planning what they call unprecedented action to support teachers. We will continue to have more as this develops. The Forever Canadian petition asking if Alberta should remain part of Canada has overwhelmingly surpassed the 300,000 signatures required.
In a short period of time, 365,000 Albertans have decided that our future, Alberta's future, lies in Canada.
That's about 164,000 more signatures than needed to initiate a possible referendum. Thomas Lukasik and thousands of volunteers started collecting signatures in August, delivering boxes yesterday containing those petitions to Elections Alberta for verification.
We're proud Albertans, and you know there's a faction of the society out there that wants to take that away from us. They want us to leave Canada, and that's not going to happen.
We're asking the Premier to do the right thing and ask Alberta MLAs to vote on this issue and put separatism to bed once and for all.
CTV News did ask the Premier's office for comment. Alberta's Justice Minister replied, congratulating the group for collecting so many signatures, adding once the petition is verified, it will be decided how to proceed under the legislation. Elections Alberta has until December 27th to complete verification. The results to be released January 6th. And new from just minutes ago, the Bank of Canada is cutting its key lending rate. The rate is now 2.25%. The Bank of Canada says the effects of U.S. trade action becoming more clear. American trade policy remains unpredictable and uncertainty is still higher than normal, so the bank says projection is subject to a wider range of risks. The bank is aiming to keep rates close to the 2% mark to help the economy through this period of adjustment. The Edmonton Chamber of Commerce has released its 2025 State of Economy report. The report highlights where Edmonton is performing strongly and where the city can improve, including adjustments to taxes to attract more businesses to Edmonton. The Chamber says another challenge is the slowing of job growth and says it wants practical options to improve Edmonton's sustainability and competitiveness within 2 years.
We're calling on Mayor Knack and the new City Council to establish the Mayor's Fiscal Task Force as soon as possible, and I would hope that it's going to be in the next 100 days of their activity.
say a sincere appreciation.
The Chamber will host a luncheon and conversation to go over the report on the 7th of November. Discount retailer Zellers is making yet another comeback with a new store opening in our city tomorrow. This first location will be in Londonderry Mall. By spring of 2026, Zellers will be announcing locations across the country, focusing on smaller spaces and fewer items, opting for clothing, luggage, and home goods, and doing away with the toys and pharmaceuticals. They will keep the focus on low-cost options.
School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
7 minutes now past 8 o'clock, and Corey's got more on the forecast. Chilly one to start, but how are we shaping up for the rest of the day?
It's going to be quite nice, especially when you consider where we are seasonally supposed to be. And here is your school day forecast, brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Stronger schools equals a stronger Alberta. For the kids heading out, 2 degrees, 6 at lunch, 10 when they head home, possibly even 11. Now, we are fairly cloudy right now, and with that cloud, there are some scattered showers just west of the city. So you just want to keep that in mind. We could see some scattered showers this morning, and then we will see the cloud break up. Seasonal high for today is 5 degrees. That's our average. Today, our high again is 10, possibly 11 degrees. So well above that, and we remain above that as we go throughout much of the extended forecast. 3 degrees right now here in city. Wind is light. Again, off to the west, there are some scattered showers, and they're pulling to the east, so there's a slight chance of that passing through the Edmonton area. 1 right now at the airport. Could see the winds pick up a little bit today. Could be a bit breezy. 10, possibly 11 for a high. Again, we'll see mostly sunny sky late afternoon. For tomorrow, 1 to start, 9 for a high for Thursday, breezy through the morning, and then the wind settles down. And Friday, Halloween, the forecast looks great. -2 to start, 11 for a high, and mainly sunny sky. Get ready for the PBR 2025 Canada National Finals. Experience a night of heart-pounding action with a star-studded lineup of athletes. We're giving you the chance to see it live, up close and personal. Go to ctvedmonton.ca for your chance to win some tickets.
Okay, thank you very much, Corey. Well, many children look forward to Halloween and trick-or-treating, but it can be difficult for neurodiverse children. It's due to overstimulation from the heightened sights and sounds of the evening. So with that in mind, the Children's Autism Services of Edmonton hosted an evening of practicing trick-or-treating, helping prepare these kids for Halloween. The event features experts and families of autistic children that offer tips based on their lived experiences.
They get to go to a house, and we have it set up so it shows lights on or lights off. And if it's showing lights on, they knock on the door, they wait for the door to be open, they practice saying trick or treat or using a computer to say trick or treat. Then they get their candy, they say thank you, and they go to the next house.
Duncan says this event has been a success due to the confidence it gives kids ahead of Halloween. And speaking of trick-or-treating, we are crowning the sweet winner in our Halloween candy bracket just a couple of days away. Today's matchup is Kit Kat against Smarties. Now, you better watch autocorrect because it can be your worst enemy, because Kit Kat is autocorrecting to TikTok on the text line. So I can see some of your wrong answers. Check your spelling. Put it in again, Kit Kat all together.
You want to make sure your vote counts.
Hyphen.
Of course.
Yes, exactly.
Of course.
Something else that's scary, traffic. We were okay for the last couple of hours, and now we've had a bunch of collisions come down here.
Yeah, let's go check those out. Thank you, Kim. Major crash westbound on the Henny on the southeast side at 91st Street exit, backing things up past 17th Street. So really slow in that area as authorities respond to that. We also have a crash northbound Gateway Boulevard at 34th Avenue, backing up to the Henny. So slow getting to the core of the city from the south. And eastbound on the Henny on the northeast side at 82nd Street, there's also a crash delaying things to 127th Street.
All right, let's check in on Edmonton's gas prices before we head into commercial break here. The lowest gas price you can find at Kit Kit Convenience this morning, close to $1.07 per liter. That's on Princess Elizabeth Avenue. And a new place, I haven't heard of it yet, just popped up on the list this morning. This is 204 Fuels. This is on Castle Downs Road. They are reporting close to $1.10 per liter.
Gas prices brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Halloween can be a scary good time for all ages, and DIY and lifestyle expert Denise Wild is here with spectacular must-dos to make this year an epic creepy season. Happy spooky season, Denise. So good to see you.
So good to see you too, Kim. I've got lots of great ideas to share.
And you're the cutest witch I've ever seen. I just got to add that. All right, what's a simple and spooky DIY that's fun to make with the kids?
Okay, so this is really fun to do. All you need is a ball of yarn, some removable hooks, and some faux spiders, and you're going to create a giant web. So take those hooks and put them onto a wall. You could do this on your garage door. You could do this inside, outside, wherever you want. And basically, you're going to make those 8 points and then wrap the yarn around to create a super simple spider web. Very inexpensive, very easy to do, big impact, and, looks great.
And you can add lights and really make it something. That looks great, Denise.
Okay, I like it.
How can we make trick-or-treating inclusive for all? We don't want anybody to be left out.
Exactly. You know what? Lots of people like Halloween. Mars Canada did a spectacular trend report. They found that 2 in 3 Canadians plan on participating in this year's festivities. But we also know that trick-or-treating can pose, challenges for barriers with people with disabilities, even for pets. So this is a great Halloween. You're going to, this is to make Halloween even more inclusive. Take a box, wrap it up. You're going to dress it up into a little monster. Basically, we're creating a trick-or-treat station to put at the end of your driveway. So you'll take this monster box and then put him at the end with your basket of Mars favorites. And it makes trick-or-treating more inclusive because it's great for people with mobility barriers, and it reduces your doorbell ringing. So if you have a furry friend at home, it will give them a more positive experience. It's all about making the Halloween experience just incredible for your neighbors of all abilities.
Such a lovely idea. Now, what can we use to keep the kiddos clean from morning to night through costume prep and candy binges, chocolate all over the face and hands? Yeah.
You have a toddler, I have a toddler. We know all about this. It's a great product for Halloween. We've got all those sticky faces, sticky fingers, and parents, this is great news because these popular wipes have just gotten a major upgrade. Water wipes are now twice as strong. They're noticeably thicker. They're even softer. They're gentler on skin while keeping the same simple 2-ingredient formula, 99.9% water plus a drop of fruit extract. So these are just great to have around in this spooky season, sticky season, great on the go, whether you're cleaning up makeup, cleaning sticky fingers, or maybe you're doing diaper changes on the go during trick-or-treating.
So we have a little time left here. Can you show us your mini monster mansion DIY?
Yes, really easy to do. Take a milk carton, paint it black, and then you're going to just add some decorations to give it a door. I use a wax crayon here. Dress it up, make a little mini mansion. You can create a whole bunch of them. Fun for your decor, your Halloween decor. Also, just a great craft that kids will love doing.
Absolutely. Denise, thank you so much. Have a great Halloween. Hope your kids have fun this Friday.
Thanks, Kim. Happy Halloween, everyone.
For more creative ideas, you can find Denise on Instagram at @DeniseWild.
Listen, I know we're talking Halloween, but it is not too early to start thinking about gifts for the holidays, and Corey has some help down at Willow Park Wines and Spirits this morning. What's going on, Corey?
We're going to be talking about gifts. And you can gift, like you said, any time of the year, but also, dare I say it, Christmas isn't that far away, so you maybe want to start thinking about that. And if you want to have some options, come down to Willow Park Wine and Spirits, some great options here. Good morning, Janice. Why don't we start talking about some things that you offer here at the store as far as gift packs?
Yeah, we do a lot of gifting. One day we did 15 in a day.
Wow.
And send them out on the delivery truck, so we have that option. We can do single boxes, double boxes. They get cello, they get ribbon. We have leather packaging up at the top, single bottle, double bottle. So many options to send great gifts to who you're gifting.
And it's that nice extra touch that just elevates it that extra little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So our trusted experts here at the store can build something on theme. We have our Halloween theme display going on here, or we can build something very personable.
Do you need much notice when it comes to putting one of these together?
Not at all. We deliver 7 days a week.
Okay.
And so if we call in today, we could likely get it on the truck potentially the same day, but very much likely the next day.
Okay, and I want to talk about the themes. As you said, you can put themes together. This is fantastic, all kind of the Halloween theme here. So this is a good example of what you can do. Tell us about some of the things here that you have for this Halloween theme.
This display got put together very much based on marketing, clearly.
Okay.
Brands that have dove into theming their products. So we have a Spanish wine that definitely went into the Day of the Dead, a pumpkin beer from Grizzly Paw out of Calgary, Town Square, which is out of Edmonton, a Ryan Ginger Sour, Chainsaw. Yeah, it's fun across the store to find things that match personalities or seasonal themes. So yeah, we can put just about anything together.
Very cool. So yeah, if you have maybe a simple idea for a friend or a special someone that you're trying to think of a gift for, you can always come down, and the experts here down at Willow Park and Wine and Spirits will help you put something fantastic together. And coming up, we're going to be talking about more deals that they have coming up as we head throughout the next little while. Weather-wise, not feeling too spooky, the forecast, as we look through the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed right or it's free. Our temperature is still 3 degrees, still fairly cloudy. We've got a lot of shower activity, especially north of the city with some wet flurries. We'll take a look at that shortly. We've got 3 in Red Deer, 3 in Jasper, Calgary, 6 degrees. Other than that, most temperatures around or just below the freezing mark. Westlock, Whitecourt, some wet flurries there. We can see that out towards St. Paul, snow towards Lac La Biche. And as we look closer to home, it looks like we've got some showers passing through the Edmonton area. Once those pass through, will be fairly cloudy, but the cloud, as we see off to the west of Edson, is breaking. We will see some clearing. So scattered showers passing through the Edmonton area right now. But after that, as we go throughout the late morning and afternoon, we'll start to see some clearing, and then back to some cloudy skies as we go throughout the evening. Temperature for today, pretty decent. Average seasonal high is 5. We're looking for a high of 10, possibly 11. A bit of a breeze, but again, we've got some showers passing through. After that, the cloud will break up. We'll see some sun as we go throughout the afternoon. Experience the story of Michael Jackson's unique and unparalleled artistry with MJ, the multi-Tony Award-winning musical presented by Broadway across Canada. It's coming to the Northern Jubilee Auditorium from November 11th to 16th, and we're giving you the chance to win some tickets. Enter at ctvedmonton.ca.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. And we're taking a trip to Carolina. It is the Golden Knights and Hurricanes. Late in the second period here. Vegas in the power play. Mitch Marner skates towards the net. His pass in front's blocked. Marner looks to pot the rebound. And Freddie Anderson robs him with his stick. Real nice save by the Canes netminder. Reaches way back and takes the goal away from his former Leafs teammate. That right there, your must-see moment. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, you can see Tangerine Raptors basketball. The Rockets are visiting the Raptors. Previewing coverage beginning 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. That's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
TSN Must-See Moment, brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
We got to show you this one. A little boy picking out a best friend from a place like this.
When you're the best of friends, having so much fun together.
So
just watching shows on the couch and having a conversation.
Tucking you in.
Yeah.
Tucking you in.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a Halloween decoration for the house.
Not
but
anymore.
Toddler says, nope, that's going to be my best friend for the next little while.
I love that.
Oh, that is fun
Yeah,
stuff.
your kid embracing Halloween?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
He's been wearing his
same.
costume. There's several costumes.
Yeah.
And
Andy
excited.
is in the boo face like to everybody. So not everyone likes it, Andy. Just in time for Halloween, a group costume you never knew you needed. Brilliant idea for a group costume. You just need 4 friends and some cardboard. Even more, you could do more friends. Calgary company came up with this roller coaster costume for their group last year. It went viral. It has over 75 million views and was shown on Good Morning America. But more importantly, here on Your Morning Edmonton, of course, going to be hard for them to top it this year.
Those are always tricky ones too, because like they're so good, but then the practicality of them is tough, like getting through doors.
Yeah. But then also it's like you guys kind of have to always be together,
yes,
because otherwise it doesn't really make sense.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, those are tricky ones, but they do go a long way at the Halloween parties.
Yeah.
And you known for your Halloween costumes around here.
We've been planning since the summertime, of course. If you watched Kent Celebrity Real Estate, there was a clue as to what we are going to be in there. So keen viewers may know.
Only for the real ones who figured that one out. Ooh, it's all coming up on Friday. We've got all kinds of great stuff coming up through the week as we celebrate Halloween. Time for us to take a break. We'll be right back.
Your Morning Edmonton's Kitchen, provided by Trail Appliances and KitchenAid.
Good morning. It is 8:30 here on a Wednesday. Hope you're off to a great start to your day. Certainly happy to have you with us as we get through this next half hour with plenty to come. Corey's got the forecast out on location in just a moment. What else is coming up, Kim?
Yeah, are porcupines quite prevalent in our city? Apparently so. How to protect you and your pet from a bad quilling in a few minutes. First, the news you need to start your day. Ken, back to you.
Thank you, Kim. Hundreds of thousands of Alberta students and teachers are now back in class. The UCP forcing an end to the teacher strike after 3.5 weeks. CTV's Nicole Lapp is at a West End Elementary School where the bell rang about half an hour ago. So, Nicole, how are parents and the kids feeling about their return?
Well, Kent, we spoke with one family who was waiting in their van for their bell to ring because it was raining quite heavily earlier. And you could see the excitement in their grade 5 son's face. He was antsy to get out, wanting to see his classmates and his teachers.
I just miss every thing we did together, and my teacher is so exciting. She gives us like lots of fun activities to do and stuff.
For me, I'm also at the teacher side, and also 50-50 for me, because I understand their concerns, but also I'm also concerned with my kids, because I want them to go to school.
This family happy and reluctant about the first day back after no school since October 6th. It's a feeling shared by others. Teachers say they are excited to see their students, but are upset they've been force-fed a contract they've previously rejected, and that class sizes and complexities have not been fully addressed. A dad with a special needs child says he is upset that his daughter is going back into the same classroom conditions.
Stop forking over money where it should go to the teachers instead of the parents. I don't want the government money. I want my kids to be going to school safe. That's the most important thing, and that's what we all want. We want support for our children no matter what. Our children come first.
And while this teacher strike is officially over, other labor unions have taken issue with what teachers have been going through. The Alberta Federation of Labor says that the UCP government has launched a war with workers after using the notwithstanding clause and forcing the back-to-school order. The AFL is holding a news briefing at 1:30 this afternoon, saying all unions have come together to take some sort of unprecedented action. We'll find out what that is at 1:30. Kent.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. The Education Minister appeared on CTV's Power Play last night and was asked this.
Who do you think would want to come work for your government? What teacher or EA, after what's unfolded in the last 24 hours, do you think would want to work for an employer that actively works to suppress their rights?
After our students, our teachers receive the 17% increase that has been provided to them as part of the settlement, they will be the highest paid, have the highest take-home pay in Western Canada. So we are not just competitive, but leading the pack in so many regards and so many respects. And I think that's something that's quite enticing to many professionals.
Classrooms may not be full this week. Students across the province have organized a large-scale walkout tomorrow to protest the end to the strike. The movement started with just a few schools. Now it's up to more than 30, including schools here in Edmonton, Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan, and Calgary, among others. Organizers say they are standing in solidarity with their teachers.
We are the future doctors, future lawyers, future politicians of the world, and if we don't have a stable and healthy learning environment, then we will not be successful.
The walkouts range in scale by location. Some are scheduled for a couple of hours, others through the majority of the school day. Some students will be holding a sit-in option. They will stay in class but refuse to do any work. Alberta's new license plate slogan could face trademark trouble. Earlier this month, the province revealed it wants to replace the phrase Wild Rose Country with Strong and Free on the new plates. A New Brunswick woman has owned the trademark for the term for nearly 20 years. Canadian manufacturers pay her a royalty to use it, and the trademark details include license plates of metal. She says people familiar with her brand have been reaching out to tell her about Alberta's plans.
So I think, it's wonderful that, Strong and Free is something that they are going to be putting on their license plate. I talked to my trademark office, and the best case scenario is that we come to an agreement.
We've spoken to our lawyers about it. There's no copyright infringement. Let's be clear. This is the Alberta motto. It's on our crest. Alberta Strong and Free.
While the Service Alberta minister insists there is no issue, some trademark lawyers say this could be argued in court. Edmonton's new city council will be sworn in today, including new mayor Andrew Knack and 4 new city councillors, Reed Clark, Tu Parmar, Michael Elliott, and John Morgan. The rest of the councillors have been in their ridings for at least one term. The swearing in will be held at 1:30 this afternoon. The Rotary Club in Innisfail is looking at a new pump track for adrenaline seekers. It wants to build a snake line pump track to replace the town's old unused BMX track. The course for anything with wheels, like bikes or inline skates, uses gravity to help you gain momentum. The project is estimated to cost somewhere above $1 million. The Rotary Club is working to collect federal and provincial grants while also raising private money.
It's pretty cool just for local tourism, even to have these 2 tracks in close proximity that will both be draws for Albertans for sure. So hopefully it brings people to our community.
Construction for the track is expected to finish in 2027. A family in Northeast Edmonton is taking Halloween to another level.
The wind howled and the bats swore. There is no...
A haunted castle is in the front lawn of Dave and Tammy Awanek's home in the Beacon Heights neighborhood. It took the couple 7 weeks to build and decorate this display. The castle is more than 6 meters long and 3 meters high. They've been asking trick-or-treaters for food bank donations if they want to enter the castle. Monster performance for the Edmonton Oilers last night against one of the league's best teams so far this season. The Utah Mammoth arriving in Edmonton with a 7-game winning streak.
David, who then regains, heads for the net, dishes, gets it back, and scores! What a give and go!
Connor McDavid with 2 goals, including this connection with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Oilers overcoming an ugly start, down 2-0 early in this one. Matthias Ekholm, Leon Draisaitl, Ike Howard, Ty Emerson, all adding goals of their own. Those new third jerseys looking pretty good on the ice for the first time. The 2-game losing skid is over for the Oilers. They win 6-3 the final. New York Rangers are in town tomorrow. And the World Series is all tied up and will come back to Toronto.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone.
The Blue Jays getting to Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers in the top of the 3rd last night when Vladimir Guerrero Jr. launched this 2-run shot. Vladdy now holds the Blue Jays record for most career postseason home runs. Shohei Ohtani was hitless at the plate. Shane Bieber earning the win on the mound for the Jays, allowing just 1 run through 5 1/3 innings. Mason Fluharty, Chris Bassett, Louis Varland. Strong in relief, the Blue Jays blew things open in the 7th, 6-2 the final.
It's my first time ever watching the Jays play, and they won.
That's amazing.
Let's go Blue Jays.
Just really exciting, really good after being here for 18 innings last night.
Come on!
Yeah, baby.
Let's go!
Last night's win guarantees the series will return to Toronto on Friday for Game 6. Before that, though, is Game 5 tonight. Rookie phenom Trey Savage returning to the mound. If the Jays win, they can clinch a World Series victory at home Friday night.
You're taking a live look through the River Valley Skycam. We did see some rain and showers pass through the Edmonton area, but as we look further to the west, you can see the break in the cloud, and the cloud that is over the city is going to push to the east, and then they will be under that clearer sky as we go throughout the late morning and the afternoon. Temperature-wise, it really hasn't changed much throughout the morning. 0 in Stony Plain, 1 at the airport, 1 Elk Island and Namao, and 3 at the Blatchford station. Temperatures within the city, checking in on those, anywhere from 2 to 3 degrees, 2 in Lewis Estates, Rio Terrace and Summerside, Blatchford and Beverly, 3 degrees. For us today, our high is 10, possibly 11. We will see more clearing as we go throughout the afternoon. Winds fairly light right now. They have eased a little bit, but they'll pick up a little bit and be a bit breezy as we go throughout the day today. Tomorrow, a breezy morning, 1 to start, 9 for a high with sunny sky and light wind into the afternoon. Then it's Halloween on Friday, and it looks good. -2 to start, and then 11 for a high. Mainly sunny as we go throughout Friday. Saturday, still holding on to that warmer temperature, a high of 10. Late day, it looks like showers, and then we put our clocks back an hour, and we have a little bit of a cooler day on Sunday, but still pretty nice. Average seasonal high is about 4 or 5 degrees for Sunday. We're looking for a high of 8. Get ready for the 2025 PBR Canada National Finals. Experience a night of heart-pounding action with a star-studded lineup of athletes. We're giving you the chance to see it live, up close and personal. Go to ctvedmonton.ca for your chance to win tickets. Good luck.
Thank you, Corey. 20 minutes to 9 o'clock. Let's take a look at your drive as the morning rush hour finishes up. This crash is a big one. Westbound on the Henday on the southeast side at 91st Street exit has backed things up past 17th Street as people slow down to try to get through that area, but it is really backed up at this point. We also have a crash northbound Gateway Boulevard that is impacting things at 34th Avenue, backing things up all the way back to the Henday. That is going to be really tough for people trying to get through there. And this crash eastbound on the Henday on the northeast side at 82nd Street has delayed things back to 127th Street. Let's go back to Corey, who is on location this morning at Willow Park Wines and Spirits. So, Corey, if people want to be in the know for special offerings, there's a way for them to sign up for that.
That's right. There's a seller club, and you get all these notifications about really good deals that are happening in the store and all the other things that Willow Park Wines and Spirits offers up as well. They've always got great tastings and pairings, and Janice joins us. Why don't we start off talking about the Sellers Club? What is that? So
Sellers Club is our loyalty program. We take name, number, email, phone number, and you get points with every purchases. Awesome. The points add up to $1 off, so the more you spend, the more often you visit, the more points you earn, and then you'll earn more dollars off in the long run.
Very cool. Okay, and you've got some really good deals right now happening and some very unique wines to go with them.
We have deals every Wednesday. So every Wednesday we launch a new flyer, and I think it's the best thing about Willow Park is every week there's something new. Lots of wines, but always one spirit in every category. A tequila, a rum, a scotch, a whiskey, a vodka, a gin, everything. But when it comes to wine, some of the best deals that you'll see. We have Babbage here, which is a New Zealand Marlborough Sauv Blanc. This is the black label, so considered the reserve, and it's on for $14.99.
So you're $8 off. That's a pretty good deal.
$8 off. Anywhere 8, 9, 10, you're seeing off wine bottles. This price, usually this goes real quick.
Okay, so if you get in on the Sellers Club and you get the emails, some of those can sell out, so you want to be kind of in the know.
We encourage, well, yeah, when you get your email every Wednesday morning, you can see what's on sale, and we encourage people to order online. You can order, pay online. It can be held in your store. You can come pick it up, or you can have it sent out for delivery.
Awesome. So you offer delivery, which is fantastic. As we said earlier, you offer gift packs and things like that that people can do and you can just come in and get ready for Christmas and different holidays as well.
Yeah, when these sales are going on, and as mentioned earlier segment, we have V-November coming on. Now's the time to come out and start shopping for your holidays.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having us this morning.
Thanks, Corey.
And you can always come down to Willow Park Wines and Spirits in the southwest corner of Edmonton.
Thanks, Corey. Well, still ahead, they are shy, but porcupines can pack a punch. I want to talk about how to navigate them if you see them and avoid getting quilled. That's after the break.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta.
The North American porcupine is one of the largest rodents found in North America, weighing around 9 kilograms in the wild, and they can live as long as 18 years. Dale Gienow from Wild North is here to talk more about a shy and relatively solitary creature. So, Dale, how many porcupines do we find in Edmonton?
You know what? We have a surprising amount. We generally don't see them. They come out at nighttime. But this time of year in particular, it's mating season for porcupines. So we're seeing more males roaming about. So if you're going to see them, it's likely this time of year.
Okay, and this is an interesting one because people may not even recognize them. You have an idea of porcupines a lot from cartoons and things like that. What should people know about when they spot a porcupine?
Yeah, so porcupines are covered in 30,000 prickly quills, and we think we're going to see them, but on top of those quills, they have these guard hairs. They look furry and fluffy. No harm can come of us when we encounter a porcupine. They cannot shoot their quills. That's a common myth. However, if your dog is sniffing around where it doesn't belong, the porcupine can whack him with that tail, or if the dog bites a porcupine, of course, he's not being nearly as innocent as he'd like to lead you to believe. So we have to be a little careful with that respect. They also like to eat our fruit trees sometimes. They can girdle the bark from trees, killing our trees. So, you know, a lot of people don't like to have them immediately in their backyard, but they're a great denizen of Edmonton. Kind of neat to see, and beautiful creatures. One of the larger mammals we can find here.
Yeah, it is very cool when you spot one, though the dogs are concerned. Do you have any advice for dog owners to make sure they keep their dogs away from porcupines?
Yeah, so like any interaction with wild animals, things can go south pretty quickly. So you want to make sure, of course, you always have your dog on a leash, unless you're at an off-leash dog park. If you do have a porcupine that's living under your porch, or maybe it's in a tree in your backyard through the night, and you're concerned about letting your dog out in the backyard, you can call us here at Wild North. We can give you some really great tips to help deter the porcupine, or help to get to move along and find a place that's maybe more suitable for it to hang out during the evening where there are no dogs around.
What if your dog does get quilled? What's the move there?
Yeah, so you want to take your dog to the vet immediately. So those quills are covered in tiny little barbs, kind of like shingles on a roof. And when they enter the dog, as the dog moves his muscles, it can draw those quills in deeper and deeper at a rate of 1 millimeter an hour. So it's important to take to the vet to get all those quills out, because those quills can actually travel through the flesh into internal organs and cause the dog harm down the road. So don't count on yourself getting them all. If you think you might miss some, get them to the vet for sure.
Okay, and if we do come across a porcupine and we're trying to get them out on our own, what's your best advice to try to shoo them away?
Yeah, so porcupines, to your point earlier, are kind of shy creatures. So lots of noise, light in their dens when they're trying to hunker down for the evening, make it seem unsafe for them, and smells. If you have a little bit of dog poop, you can toss into the den, something like that, to give them the impression it's not safe to be there. They'll likely move on their own. They only have one baby. It's in the spring. They're not protective of their young. They often leave the little guys to their own devices, and people sort of accidentally kidnap them, thinking they're abandoned sometimes. But again, it is this time of year, October, November, you're going to see most of them wandering about.
Okay, well, certainly great advice. If we do come across a porcupine, Dale, as always, thank you for your advice.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
If you have any questions for Wild North, you can visit them at wildnorth.ca. Well, still ahead, soon you may be able to travel faster than the speed of sound.
Meticulously engineered, it produces a gentle bump, a mere whisper compared to the disruptive booms of the past.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're taking a live look through the River Valley Skycam as we look off to the west-southwest. Some clearing in the sky. We did see some scattered showers move through. Now we're expecting to see the cloud break up and start to clear out. Mainly sunny this afternoon, a high of 10, possibly 11, with a bit of a breeze. 9 tomorrow, 11 on Friday, Halloween. The forecast looks great. 10 on Saturday, late Saturday, a slight chance of showers. Put your clocks back an hour. And then Sunday, a high of 8. For next week, the first full week of November, temperatures ranging from 4 to 9 with overnight lows just below the freezing mark. Average seasonal high for next week is around 4 degrees. So temperature-wise, we're not doing too bad at all. Get ready for the PBR 2025 Canada National Finals. Experience a night of heart-pounding action with a star-studded lineup of athletes. We're giving you the chance to see it live, up close and personal. Go to ctvedmonton.ca for your chance to win some tickets. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, you soon may be able to get a ticket for a commercial plane that is faster than the speed of sound. With more, here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
It's called the X-59, and it could be this century's Concorde. NASA's experimental jet taking off yesterday on its first test flight over the California desert. Built to fly 925 miles per hour, nearly twice as fast as today's commercial airliners. The X-59 is designed to be the first aircraft to break the sound barrier quietly.
Meticulously engineered, it produces a gentle bump, a mere whisper compared to the disruptive booms of the past.
The explosive-like sonic boom is why commercial supersonic flight has been banned over the U.S.
It can startle people, it can rattle windows and cause problems. Even military flights are restricted to certain areas because the shock waves can cause so much disturbance on the ground.
But the X-59's unique shape turns that boom into more of a thump, no louder than slamming a car door. You may recall the supersonic Concorde flew for decades until it was retired in 2003 due to high operating costs and fading demand. It was only allowed to hit supersonic speeds over the ocean. The X-59, without that deafening sonic boom, could be a game changer. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy saying it has the potential to change the way the public flies.
An X-plane is a symbol of our collective ambition to redefine the future. And in this case, it's the future of supersonic travel.
The successful test flight yesterday is being called a significant aviation milestone. Supersonic travel could be especially important for industries involved in medical transportation and disaster relief. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
I'll tell you what, I was at that 18-inning Blue Jays game in LA.
Yes, that's what Kent was, by the way, yes.
And I had to come home yesterday. I would have loved the supersonic jet to get me home as fast as possible. Oh my
Took a while, you know?
It was a journey.
Oh
Met so many fans along the way from Alberta and the rest of Canada. It was great.
Enjoy the game tonight.